20-year-old Helena is the sole astronaut on the Orbit 9 space station. A capsule with an engineer is soon arriving to fix a life support system malfunction. This will be the first person Helena will see in her life, or rather, the third. Helena watches a farewell video message from her parents. They were supposed to arrive at the destination as a family, but there wouldn't have been enough oxygen for all of them. That's why the parents had to leave their daughter behind. The 7909th day of the journey has come. Helena undergoes her weekly medical checkup. Her health is fine, except for a leg injury she sustained some time ago. Helena enjoys watching old movies. The rest of the time, she engages in sports to prevent muscle atrophy. The alert system announced the beginning of the docking. When the airlock opened, Helena saw a person in a spacesuit. It turned out to be an engineer named Alex. He had only 50 hours to fix the life support system. Alex explained that such malfunctions periodically occur on similar ships. He immediately started working on the repairs. Helena shared that she had been alone on Orbit 9 all this time. 3 years ago, her parents left the ship so she could survive. All this time, Helena had been waiting for an engineer. While Alex was working on the repairs, Helena tended to the plants. Later, she suggested having dinner together, but Alex refused on the pretext of work. However, Helena was persistent. She had never had guests before. During dinner, Helena talked again about her parents. If the malfunction had occurred at any other part of the journey, no one would have heard their call for help. Helena is one of the colonists heading to the planet Celesta. The journey will take another 19 years. Helena is unsure if spending half her life in the ship to reach an unknown destination makes sense. However, she is determined to do it so that her parents' sacrifice was not in vain. Alex is almost done with his work. It feels unusual for Helena to have someone else on the ship. She had never seen anyone besides her parents before. Helena was upset when Alex said he couldn't have dinner with her tonight because he needed a rest. Unable to sleep, Helena went to Alex's quarters out of curiosity. She was driven by curiosity. Waking up, Alex asked what she was doing. Helena said that she was about to spend 20 long years on the ship alone, so she wanted to know what a kiss was. Alex gave in, and passion ignited between them. While Helena was sleeping, Alex resumed the repairs. He wanted to leave without saying goodbye, but Helena woke up. Alex said he regretted that night, but Helena did not. The girl observes as Alex leaves her forever, but Helena has no idea that all these years she has not been in space, but in a bunker on Earth. Alex returned to the outside world, took off his spacesuit and drove to the Orbit program base. Here, spacecraft developments are underway. If all goes according to plan, humanity will start conquering space in the next 30 years. Hugo, a talented astrophysicist, noticed Alex's subdued state. The guy confessed that he was concerned about 10 passengers in the simulators. None of them knows that they will never actually reach their destination. Hugo is convinced that this sacrifice is justified because Earth is home to 8 billion people. The planet is overpopulated, so their future depends on the success of the space program. Alex has to visit the last simulator, Orbit 10. In the meantime, Hugo allowed him to go home and rest. Alex did just that, returning to his city apartment. Alex lives alone here, working on his engineering projects. However, something disrupted his usual routine. Now he constantly thinks about Helena. Alex's friend, Dr. Xiao, said that the results of his analyses are ready. Overall, Alex is healthy, but the radiation level in his body exceeds the norm. Probably, it is a consequence of his prolonged stay in the simulator. Alex drinks a lot. He was the developer of the passenger spaceship that crashed, resulting in the death of 270 people. Through surveillance cameras, Alex watches Helena, who is also thinking about him. She feels sad because he left. In the morning, Alex went to work again. Showing his pass to the soldiers, he entered the base, preparing to visit the next simulator. Passing by the 9th simulator, Alex stopped briefly. He desperately wants to go back to Helena, but he can't. Alex often visits a therapist, Sylvia. Alex admitted that he feels very sorry for all those people who are locked up for life, believing they are flying to Celesta. They are like guinea pigs. Alex sinks deeper and deeper into melancholy. All his thoughts are preoccupied with Helena. Sylvia also constantly thinks about what Alex said. Until that moment, she didn't know about the passengers. At some point, Alex made a decision to act. He knows there is no turning back. Returning to the 9th simulator, Alex was going to enter. Meanwhile, Helena was confused when the notification system announced docking. This just couldn't be. Seeing Alex without a spacesuit, Helena was shocked and speechless. Alex explained that they were in a simulator, and on the other side of the door was Earth. Helena can't believe what she heard, asking Alex to return to his ship. But Alex, who had previously disabled the surveillance cameras, said they had to run right now. First, he removed the implant that monitored all the vital signs from Helena's body. Helena, who still didn't understand what was happening, followed Alex. On the other side of the airlock, there was indeed not space but a forest. Helena saw Earth for the first time. The bright sunlight hurt her eyes. Since the girl was very disoriented, Alex took her hand and led her. To avoid anyone seeing Helena, she would have to ride in the back of the pickup truck. At the exit from the secured area, the military inspected the car. The radiation levels were off the charts. Alex and Helena risked being exposed, but the military assumed it was because of the spacesuit. Alex brought Helena to his apartment, explaining that there are other simulators. Of course, there was no life support system malfunction on Orbit 9. It was just an excuse for a maintenance checkup. Helena wants to see her family, but Alex said it was a bad idea. Her parents are military scientists who have dedicated many years to this project. Everything here is unfamiliar to Helena. Hearing thunder for the first time in her life, she got scared. Alex said it was going to rain now. Caught in the rain, Helena rejoiced like a child. The feelings between her and Alex flared up with new strength. In the morning, Helena found a note from Alex, who said he would be back in 2 hours. He also wrote to Helena not to leave the house without him. Helena explored the apartment. Many things she sees for the first time. There were notes from Alex with tips everywhere. Meanwhile, Alex shared with Sylvia what happened. He understands that there is a big risk because sooner or later they will be exposed. But for Helena's sake, he is ready to do anything. Sylvia gave Alex her personal phone number and said she has an empty apartment. So, if Alex needs to disappear, she will gladly help. Helena wore the same clothes all her life, just different sizes. Now she can choose any outfits and do things she never did before. Alex asked where she would like to go. Helena would like to visit the sea, but unfortunately the sea has become completely different. According to Alex, due to poor ecology, fish can now only live in special aquariums. Alex told about his childhood. Previously, he was always unsociable and only thought about studying. Helena shares his feelings because she too almost never communicated with people. The young people had fun together, watching movies, eating ice cream and walking around the city. Helena is still afraid that her disappearance will be noticed, but Alex assured her that there was nothing to worry about. He hacked the surveillance camera, inserting old recordings, thus simulating Helena's presence there. Every day she did the same thing, so no one will notice the trick. When Helena asked what would happen to the other passengers in 20 years, Alex replied that artificial intelligence would inform them of a presumed error in the navigation map, and their journey would continue until the end of their days. Alex agreed to participate in this project because he believed he was doing a noble deed. The lives of 10 people did not seem like a high price to him. In the evening, the young people went to a bar. Alex introduced Helena to his friends as a childhood friend. Dr. Xiao was not a supporter of the flight to Celesta, believing that people should solve environmental problems and save their planet. The management is confident that the experiment is progressing successfully and all 10 simulators are functioning. Helena noticed strange spots on her skin. Dr. Xiao examined her, but until the test results are ready, he cannot make a final diagnosis. Xiao is concerned that Helena's skin looks as if she has never seen the sun. While Alex was not at home, Helena studied materials about the Orbit project related to genetic engineering. 25 years ago, universal clones were created for the project. Thus, Helena is universal clone number 9. Like other experimental samples, she was specifically grown for this experiment. Helena realized the horrifying truth about her origin. Meanwhile, scientists gathered in a council, discussing the prospects of flying to the nearest habitable planet to Earth. This is the only way to save humanity. Helena finally met the people she considered her parents. They explained that the cloning bank only works with samples of people who died at least 2 generations ago. The man intends to turn Helena in and return her to the simulator, although his wife is against it. Meanwhile, Alex discovered Helena's disappearance. The woman told Helena to run right now because her husband would report to the center. Tearfully, the woman hugged her goodbye. Upon returning, Helena asked Alex why he didn't tell her the truth about cloning. Now Helena has no one but Alex, and he is lying to her. Alex said he was really sorry. Meanwhile, Hugo learned that someone helped Helena escape. Alex called Sylvia and arranged to move to her apartment tomorrow night. Helena's skin condition continues to deteriorate. Hugo reported the incident to higher-ups. Now his main task is to capture the experimental sample at any cost. Helena is worried about the fate of the remaining 9 passengers. When Hugo and the military broke into Alex's apartment, he and Helena were no longer there. In Sylvia's apartment, they felt safe, or so they thought. Hearing footsteps downstairs, Sylvia went down. Hugo demanded to answer where Alex was, but Sylvia denied knowing this guy. However, Hugo didn't believe her, and a gun pointed at Sylvia, who continued to deny everything. In the end, Sylvia's life was taken in front of Helena and Alex. They rushed to escape. Hugo's men pursued them, forcing them onto the roof. They had no choice but to jump to the adjacent building. Helena asked Alex to jump first because she doesn't know how to do it. In fact, Helena just wanted to save Alex because he doesn't matter to Hugo. In the end, Helena was caught. Alex went to the only person he could trust, Xiao. The doctor said that the biopsy results of Helena are ready. There is a strange mutation in her epidermis. Helena is like a fragile butterfly that cannot survive outside, but that's not the whole truth. Alex took a long time to recover from what he heard. Having bid farewell to his friend forever, he left. Helena is ready to return to the simulator, but Hugo said it's impossible because Orbit 9 has already been disabled. Therefore, from now on, Helena is of no value to the project. Hugo would be happy to help her, but restarting Orbit 9 is very costly, so the higher-ups denied him. Later, Hugo received a call from Alex, who proposed a deal. But first, Alex wants to see Helena. Scientists plan to give Helena an injection that will make her sleep forever. Alex intends to stop them. Shots were fired at his car at the checkpoint, but there's nothing that could stop Alex. Arriving at the headquarters, Alex got out of the car, saying that Hugo is waiting for him. But the soldiers fired. Hugo didn't have time to give them the appropriate order. However, Alex's injury turned out not to be fatal. He wants Hugo to lock him in the simulator with Helena. Thus, they are reunited. Moreover, Helena is expecting a baby. Hugo always dreamed of witnessing the birth in the simulator, but it was previously impossible. So, for Hugo, this is an excellent opportunity. However, Helena has one condition. In the final scene, we see how, after many years, Alex and Helena's daughter left the simulator. She was greeted by aging Hugo. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel not to miss more exciting new products. Also, the authors will be pleased if you leave your opinion in the comments.